Okay, so the next thing we are going to look at is comparison if our independent variable has more than 2 levels. So if our independent variable has more than 2 levels, we are going to use analysis of variance. We are not going to use independent sample t-tests. All right. So for independent sample t-test, just to do a quick recap, we come here, compare means. So you always use it when the independent variable is of 2 levels. So we go to here. Before we use gender, but this time around, let's use school type. So we have just 2 levels. So we're going to reset that. We move this here, and then we move our overall job satisfaction into this box. And then we click on, we go here. So we have to define this, continue, and then click on OK. So you could see that teachers in public school have a higher job satisfaction in terms of the mean rating, 27.3, than teachers in private school. But the question is it significant? Is it wide enough to see that, yes, there's an overall significance, there's an overall difference? Now, looking at our p-value, remember we said that if our p-value is greater than 0.05, we will have to accept our null hypothesis, which is that there is no significant difference between the participation of private school teacher and public school teacher. But from here, you can see it is actually less than 0.05. So that means that there is a significant difference, all right? So it means that public school teachers are more satisfied in their job than private school teachers from the 10 respondents that we've gotten this information from. Now, because this is so, we will have to check. Okay, so we could see that our p-value has told us are significant. Now, the next thing we want to do is the analysis of variance. If this was to be 3 levels of responses, we will not be able to use independent sample t-test. We will have to use analysis of variance. Now, for analysis of variance, in case this our p-value was less than now, we would have carried out what we call a post hoc test to find out where the significant difference actually lies. So, and that's what we want to do in this next session. All right. So, our next variable is qualification, which is more than 2 levels. So it means that it qualifies to use analysis of variance. So you go to here, analyze, compare means, one-way ANOVA. So in the factor, you want to have qualification. Remember I said that for ANOVA, for one-way ANOVA, the variable must have more than 2 levels. So for qualification, we have first degree, bachelor, we have master's, and then we have PhD. So this qualifies for ANOVA. So we go here and we select job satisfaction, overall job satisfaction. Then we come here, post hoc. We want to use Shefe. You can also use Tukey, whichever one that you're familiar, you're comfortable with. Click on continue, and then we want to check the effect size as well. Then click on OK. So looking at our ANOVA table, you can see that between the groups, there's a sum of squares of 25.2. Within the group, there's a sum of squares of 29.7, and the overall sum of scores of 54.90. All right. So usually our degree of freedom is total number of respondents minus 1, which is 10 minus 1, which is 9. And we can see that our significant value, our P, is 0.116. Now, remember I said that if the P value we got is greater than the 0.05 level, we are going to accept that there is no difference between academic qualification and job satisfaction. So in this case, it is greater. It's not less than 0.05 like we did in the t-test for school type. So it means that there is no significant difference. So there won't be need for us to carry out the postdoc. Now, but since we've ticked the option for postdoc, when you go through it, you see that it is still not going to give us a significant result. So for our postdoc, you can see that the difference between, in terms of bachelor's, master's, and PhD students, the p-value is still, all the p-values here are greater than 0.05. So there was no need to carry out the postdoc because from our p-value here is greater than 0.05. But assuming this p-value here was less than 0.05, we would have gone over to this post-hoc table to find out where the difference lies. Now, assuming this is lesser, then we can now see that the difference lies between masters and PhD students. But in this case, you can see that they are all greater than our chosen level of significance. So thank you very much.